Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we're doing just something again, well, a little bit more of a relaxed one, and we're going to have a little fly around a few different cities and landmarks, wherever we can think of really, in the new flight simulator. And hopefully we won't have the issue that we had last time where the controller just refused to interface with the game. Fingers crossed it doesn't go horrendously wrong. It is loading off an SSD though this time, which has made absolute zero difference in the game's loading time. I was just, as the stream was starting there, I was just firing up well, the first sort of loading. Oh, hang on, that's loaded a lot quicker than what I thought it was going to. It's probably still in memory because this is where I was this afternoon when I was doing a quick test. There we go.
At Suji approach icon Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra is type icon 8511 miles southeast of Atsuji.
So today,
request flight
just
following.
get the right thing there.
Icon Alpha Sierra
We're starting off flying over Tokyo.
Squawk 7706.
What a nice interesting spots. Another place I've always wanted to go and visit over here.
Squawk 7706 icon X-ray Golf Sierra.
See as well how many times we actually crash as well today.
Sierra radar contact 11 miles southeast of Atsuji, 1,300 feet.
So have to let us know if the game audio is too loud. You've got all like the tower traffic and what have you that's shouting and yelling in the background there. I didn't have time to sort of like pick any like particular landmarks. I just thought it'd be nice to have a little fly across it. But if we'll maybe try a few of the challenges as well, because we found out like last week or whatever it was when we were doing something else, there's Xbox achievements here as well. Well, I've given her all of her medicine today and what have you, but she's still not eating. I thought she was actually going to eat something today. Though, because I've been out in the garden with them since about 10:30 this morning, I think it was. all the way until it must have been about 5:15. I've sat the entire day. That's why I took my card game outside with us, because I thought, well, I'll just set it up on the table. I can sit and play that whilst the girls are playing. But I thought she was going to eat something, because she got it from where she was sunbathing, and she walked across the garden to the little bit where I'd put like all their food and their water and stuff. And she started like running her beak across the watermelon. And I thought she was going to start pecking it. But unfortunately she didn't. It just had all the stuff that the vets give us, though, which is supposed to be like a to give her a boost and like whatever. It must contain like all the vitamins and minerals or something like that, in like a concentrate. I'm not quite certain what it is. That's in this like powdered mix. I've got to give her 15 mils of it a day, so she gets 8:30 in the morning, 8:30 at night, and then one about 1 o'clock at lunchtime. Most of the day, though, they've all just been sunbathing. None of the girls have actually really been eating that much off their food, their plates anyway. But none of them are laying at the minute, because they're all molting. So they're not like consuming as much, because they don't need to produce like you don't need that volume of food to produce all the eggs, I suppose. At least I think that's why, anyway. I hate to think that all three of them caught some kind of a bug.
Tokyo approach icon Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra 900 feet.
Icon Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra Tokyo approach continuous planned. Altimeter 200.9.
Let's turn around here. I should have really checked on the map. Hang on. Not quite sure like where the actual centre of the city is or anything like that. Try to see if we can spot something. There's lots of little patches I can see where there's tall buildings. Don't tell us we're going to crash. Oh, that's what the triggers did. I couldn't remember. I haven't like played this since we last streamed it, I don't think. Trying to remember what all the controls are. Oh, just thinking as well to the girls molting. I've saved you a couple of gravy feathers, Royalty. Got a fluffy one off our tummy and one of our wing feathers. Over there. I think the place that I'm actually thinking of in my head that I wanted to visit, like want to fly over in Tokyo, I think it's across the bay. Maybe we'll just set ourselves up to go across that way. I've also got in an envelope a casserole feather as well. Oh, wrong button. It's awkward just because I'm going to use the control of the keyboard and the mouse. No, that's the other way I want. There we go. surprisingly, the latest update to this game is actually running really, really smooth in comparison to what it was then. It's not like my computer's not roaring at 100%. I mean, if I just bring this down here, is that in view? Yeah. You know, they're running. They're running at say 50%. GPU, we'll say 85, just to give it a thing there. In memory, yeah, it's using an absolute load. But no, this is running relatively alright. Because last time my computer was roaring. But the problem as well with this new driver from Microsoft is making the GPU here run at 100% in like some games, which is why we're getting all those dodgy frames. Let's just pop that back on my other screen. At the minute, whilst we're streaming, until I can sort this driver's issue out, my top screen's absolutely cluttered with junk. What was that? I'll flick over to the other screen for a second so you can see. I can hardly see what's actually going on in the stream. What's that there? Oh, it makes you feel like some kind of creepy fangirl. Oh, are you a simp to gravy? Poor baby. And is your computer running a bit hot as well there, Chrissy? She's such a beautiful, fluffy girl, this Gravy, though, isn't she? Let's see, I'm just going to change course a smidgen. The place I'm thinking of that I want to go and visit must be across the bay here. I haven't figured out the control of how to speed up time. I did try it, but I pressed the key combination and absolutely nothing happened. You want to go to Area 51? Alright then, we'll go to Area 51 once I'm going to cross this bay just to see if it's the place I'm thinking of. It could be miles away. I mean, I've got me sort of like geography completely wrong for Tokyo. We'll scoot across the bay, we'll have a look, and then we'll have a little flyby of Area 51. We'll go to the desert in our aquatic plane. I'd like to as well go across pyramids to see what they look like in this game. What's that in the middle, that circle? Do you think that's an escape or ventilation system maybe for the road that runs under this bay? What? Overstressed? We're going in a straight line. Oh, that's no good. There is like options you can turn on apparently where you can like make your plane basically invincible. I don't know, the option systems in here, unless they've, I haven't. There's a huge update because we haven't played it since the last time we streamed it. There's hundreds of menus. Discard change. I don't even know what I clicked on. Right, let's go back to the map. Let me try doing another one of those challenges. Maybe we'll see if there's an interesting one somewhere. Let's see. Somewhere around here, isn't it? Right, let's daytime. Make it more daytime. If that's Los Angeles there. The thing is, when you zoom in, you get nothing. Not going to let me highlight. Alright, we'll have to do this the hard way. I have to. Of course, you can't just use the game on its own because the map is rubbish. to say the least. Let's see, the colonies. I must have Area 51 highlighted. What were those green flags? Come on, spawn back in. What we got here? That must be it. Custom result. Set as... Actually, can we click here? Right. So we'll go there, flight conditions. We'll just have the live weather, but we're not going to have the live time. Let's just set it for lunchtime. And we'll stick to our little plane because it's easy enough to control. Fly. And then we'll use this time during this extensive loading screen to have some more of our potion. Ooh, just overfilled that a bit. I feel like squeaky noises. Crazy people. That is loading a hell of a lot faster. All these updates must have like crazily optimized it. Right, let's release the handbrakes. Oh, hang on. Right, handbrakes off. Keep the engines on. Let's restart the engine. There we go. So where are the aliens? Oh, hang on, flaps. There we go. Oh, well, we're veering off. Oh, we're drifting off as well there. Bring the gear up. Change the flaps. Can we see any alien ships? Where's the flying saucers? One tree on its own over there. Ooh. Exactly, where's the xenomorphs? I'm just going to change the zoom level again. There we go. Let's jiggle the flaps for a second. I haven't quite figured out on this particular plane how to use the trim system on it. Because that would be a lot easier for holding like a steady, level course.
Icon Alpha Sierra, X-Ray Golf Sierra, Los Angeles Center. Squawk 1532.
Can't see any alien ships.
Squawk 1532, Icon X-Ray Golf Sierra.
Icon X-Ray Golf Sierra Radar. Contact ONE miles northwest of Kilo X-Ray Tango Alpha, 5,400 feet. Altimeter 29
Long enough though, isn't it?
Copy Icon X-Ray Golf Sierra.
I wonder what they've done for some of the other like classified places, because there's like someone like Google Maps where you know, there's like just like black squares over the things and what have you. Oh, look at that. Is that a kind of a runway there as well? It's just marked off on the desert there. Yeah, pick a place and we'll see what it looks like. So like see how they've recreated it on the flight sim. Let's just spin us about. Fly back over the Area 51. Remember if we actually I'll wait till we get a bit closer and we'll slow right down. Actually we'll probably have to I'll drop the speed now. Well, this will probably overstress the engine, so don't mind, look. Let's reduce speed again. What we could do, just to have a little nose around, I'll have to get closer to it anyway, is we'll pause the game so that we can do the flying mode, as in like, well, drone sort of mode, or whatever it's called. A game developer must have put in something funny here. Right, now we get the mouse, and we will click this button because I can't remember what the key combination is to do it. And I'm going to change the speed because it's stupidly slow. Here we go. The cars parked up, but no flying saucers. Can we see inside the buildings? Hiding stealth wall technology. Secret's out now. More hangars. I think we're out to look for flying saucers. What have we got here? Oh, of course now the controls very, very twitchy when you're trying to actually look close to something. What's this over here? A fire truck. Isn't there a game? It's kind of like Farming Simulator, but isn't it like Airport Fire Crew Simulator? We should do that for a night. If it's cheap. Let's see what this last building is, then we'll get back in the plane. Back to the external camera. I wish the zoom level would stay like out like that all the time. Right, let's crank up the... Hey, what's that button do? Alright. Completely useless. I'm still going to do at some point a giveaway, but we're going to do like a long haul flight. So it'll be like, I don't know, probably like 6 hours long or something like that. We'll do a giveaway. I just still can't decide what we're going to give away. It'll probably end up being another Xbox code. Full power. Oh, that was a bit close. somewhere out here where they test all the nuclear weapons as well. That's somewhere in this state, isn't it? So I imagine it must be somewhere near this base. What's that down there? Little building with a circuit around it. Ah, just brought the zoom level back in again. Yeah, the length of these are almost more little runways up. Yep, this is where the aliens live, which is a little bit away from the main test area. That almost looks like a face, doesn't it? That little bit that's just in front of the wingtips there. Yeah, just there. I can do this and it doesn't crash the plane, and yet before, we're going in a straight line and we managed to knacker it. And yet it does break apart. The minute we're heading west, I don't really know what's west of here, apart from the ocean eventually. But the Area 51 sort of facility itself is like surrounded by like what, hundreds of miles, isn't it, for like desert and mountains. Should have maybe just flew through Vegas. We could probably take this straight through like the Strip, couldn't we? I bet that's miles away on the map though. We wouldn't just be able to fly to it. Not seeing anything. South. It would like highlight a major city, but I really still don't know how to use these maps properly. But what we'll have to do is we will have to go back to the main menu and where is it? Where is it? Oh, where is it? No, that's what that's about. Get to the save menu then. Oh, no bother royalty. Back to work. How do you get out of the game then? I suppose there's always plan B. There is one way to get out of the game if I can't figure out where the menu option is. Just knock the fuel pump off. Yeah, Critty's going to get all the eggs now, isn't he? Yeah, these sorts of small planes have like a parachute in the roof because you pull that if it was like an accident, but obviously it doesn't do that in this game. And you would get a parachute would like come out of the top there, so that you could hit the ground a little bit more safely. There we go, main menu. See how long this takes to load there. Right, let's see. Back to the map. Really, it loses all like the detail when you zoom in, like completely just greys out. So we want to go to Vegas, south. Alright, we will depart from there. So we have to fly north. It's going to be 1 o'clock. No. Let's go at night. I want clear skies because I think it'll look better. We'll stick to our little plane here. Fly. So I think we want to go north, but because there's no detail in that map, I've got no real way of knowing. Can't see the loading percentage bar is not appearing like it did before. I was saying, well, I press this button. Aha, there's the percentage bar. Welcome to Loading Screen Simulator. Just over 2 inches across the screen. I wish like they would do like loading screens which were more consistent with the actual loading process, because it rocketed all the way to the end really, really quickly.
Las Vegas Tower icon Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra at runway 26 right, ready for takeoff straight out departure.
Right, so I want to release the brakes. I've got no cabin lights here or something. Lights. Barely see what position everything's in. There we go. I'm guessing it's that way to the party. Stay in a straight line. Bring the gear up. Oh, none of our lights are on. Nope, still none of our lights are on. I wonder if I click this button. No. No. Yeah, I mean, what's the worst that could happen? Go pretty fast though. I'm going to just drop the speed a little bit. Because we don't want to get too high, we want to actually fly through. This must be the right way, because look, I see a pyramid. This roadway is pretty crazy as well, isn't it? For all the planes to go back and forth on. A bit more power. Well, it's not lit up the way I was hoping it was going to be lit up for night. So which one's did the rob in Ocean's 11? Some of the builds are lit up with pretty colours. One's got the water fountain out of it. I wonder if they've included that kind of detail. Ah, this must be it. Pitch black. Really close to the airport though, isn't it? Wasn't there supposed to be a an Eiffel Tower knockoff somewhere here as well? We'll pass it. Oh, are they changing? Oh, it's just a weird texture glitch. I think it's a texture glitch. Some kind of a circus tent. It's all these signs as well. We'll go into... hang on, what's that over there? We'll go into like the free cam mode in a second there, and we'll go back up and see what we can see. Then I think we'll flick to daytime mode, so we'll have a more clearer look.
Icon X-ray Golf Sierra, you are leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved.
Yeah, I think that must be the end of the main bit there. And we'll bring down this menu, press that. Change to showcase camera, put the speed up to a reasonable amount so we're not crawling. Oh, that almost looks like it's in ruins, doesn't it, because of the
Icon X-ray Golf Sierra, please acknowledge.
Just make out all the signs. You normally wouldn't be looking at these sort of things, would you? What can we see in here? So if you were up here in this building, you will get a really good view. Let's speed this drone up a smidgen more. Maybe it's a bit more again. Just so we can get back to where the main places were. Okay, we're along here. Let's have a look at that. I take it this building must have a mirrored front. And the texture they've captured for it is got a bit weird.
Icon X-Ray Golf Sierra, please acknowledge.
What else we got here? So this will be the bit that has all the fountains in it, must be. But we'll take a better look at it in a minute once we get the... Oh, this place really is close to the airport, isn't it? If you just hop off the plane at the end, you can get straight into a casino. Oh, that little rubbish down
Icon
here
X-Ray
again.
Golf Sierra, ATC service is terminated.
Anyway, you can't really see this though because it's night, right? We'll change it to daytime, and then we'll return to our plane. Oh, wrong button. Bring down this. Bring down that. There we go. Early morning. Yeah, Chris, that's the plan. Get you straight off the plane. You see, you could... When the plane comes into land, you see, it can stop here. It can fling you straight off onto the side of the road, and, and then you're straight up here into the first lot of casinos. Oops. There's supposed to be a golf course down here as well. Oh, is this a Michael Jackson thing? Oh, textures haven't loaded very well on there. I assume this must be the air conditioning vents or something like that for the whole building. That little patch there. It's like a Disneyland thing here almost, isn't it? A little castle. Does it say what it is? Hang on, my nose is going again. Let's try that again. You can't quite make it out, can you? Carry on up the road. MGM Grand, isn't that one of the ones that they did in Ocean's 11? And all those casinos are right next to each other, so it must be the surrounding buildings here, maybe. Because in the film they had there was like a road that linked them all underneath. Oh, it's supposed to be a theme park of some sort. It's like a flattened roller coaster. The M&M's. What else we've got further up here? Not quite sure what that's supposed to be advertising. Ah, there it is. We couldn't see it in the dark. It's like anywhere near as detailed as the version they've actually put. Yeah, I'd love to go and visit these places. I think it would be good fun, but we'll just have to wait though until Mexico and Canada decide where their new borders are going to be, so you know like which country you're going to. Ooh, that went weird. Ooh, look at that. Oh, we're stuck inside of grass. Oh, there goes my nose again. What we got here? Texture's gone funny. Looks like a party hat. Yeah, you think something like that they might have, like, you know, stretched to put that little bit of detail in, even if it was static, just so you could see the shape. There's lots of buildings with this. Oops. With this type of configuration, isn't there? Like arrow tips, there's one there. Here's again with the different wings, more winged buildings. More over there. Oh, what's this one over here? Let's have a little scout over here for a second. Ah, Penn and Teller. I quite like watching some of the, you know, the ones where they show you how it's done, sort of thing. Because do you remember? It was on Netflix. I don't think it's on anymore. But I remember watching it in the 90s. It was the masked magician fella that was like showing you how all the tricks were done, how they use misdirection and what have you, and there's different stage props. And of course, all the scantily clad girls, which helps distract you. Oh, have you seen a couple of those? Yeah, I don't think it's on Netflix anymore because I've watched it. But I had watched it a few times on Netflix, just as like background or like when I was going to bed, just to have something on in the background. But I don't think it's there anymore. Just a little railway link here. I think that's it for the strip here in Vegas. Here's the. Oop, we have a circus tent. This side's a lot higher resolution than all the other signs put together. You can even make out that Twitter and Instagram and Facebooks and all that. That would have a better texture might have loaded. And there we are. Right, just whilst we're in free cam mode, I want to see what this funny shaped building is. Market Centre. And unpause. Ooh, pull up. So whereabouts would you like to visit next? Assume we can find this location on the maps. Any like holiday destinations that you've always wanted to go to? We're gonna go to the real pyramids. Alright. Let's vigorously park. Activate menu. Zoom out of there. It's got to be in this section here. So, set as departure. Yeah, set as arrival. So it'll be a 9-minute flight, but we can go over the city whilst it's doing that. And whilst it's doing that as well, I'm going to get a few more bits of tissue. This is no good. Can't afford to now because the especially the price of toilet rolls, 65 quid. Oh, that's the thing. I don't know what it's like down your way, but when we went to Aldi tonight, all the milk is all gone as well because all the shops have basically been looted again, like it was the start of the whatever you call it, the lockdown sort of thing. People are just panic buying and being stupid.
Cairo Tower
I have
icon
to change
Alpha
it to
Sierra
daytime.
X-ray Golf Sierra ready at runway 18 departure to the west.
Icon Alpha Sierra.
No, I don't want to pause it there. I want to bring down the menu. Let's go for 9 in the morning. Right. Release that. Power up. Flaps are probably alright. Are all the toilet roll shelves bare in your place as well? Can Roll T not get them straight off the shelf? like from the warehouse before they come out on the shop floor? Oh, our flight plan hasn't been saved. Right, which button do I press? I want to press that one to do that. Switch to the exterior cam. Right, well, we're going to have to do this the old-fashioned way because the flight plan hasn't been saved.
Icon X-ray Golf Sierra. Continue for west departure. I will contact you next when you leave
Yeah,
my
that looks like the
airspace.
pyramids in the distance.
Cairo Tower icon Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra continue for west departure.
Once again, in the desert, with an aquatic plane. Hang on, what's this gone here? Something's gone wrong. It's not letting me adjust the zoom levels. Cockpit view, exterior view, zoom type manual. There we go. I've lost my bearings now. Oh, there it is. I can see them in the distance. How long did I say it was? And it was like 9 minutes or something like that. It took us to fly over there. Give or take. You get to see the sights as we go, I suppose, as well. Of course, as everybody knows, the pyramids were actually built as landing platforms for gold ships. Let's drop the speed a smidge, or drop the engine rather a smidge.
Icon X-ray Golf Sierra. You are leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved.
Cairo Tower icon Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra frequency change. Cairo approach icon Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra is type icon A53 miles southwest of Cairo, 2,400 feet. Request clearance to transition Bravo airspace.
Not too far.
Icon Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra Cairo approach. Squawk 7103.
Wonder what that building is. There's
Squawk
one with all the round bits.
7103 icon X-ray Golf Sierra.
Icon X-ray Golf Sierra radar contact 4 miles southwest of Cairo, 2,700 feet. Cleared through the Bravo airspace. Maintain on navigation.
Slow down a smidge. Or rather reduce the
Cleared
engines
through
a
the Bravo
bit.
airspace icon X-ray Golf Sierra.
We'll probably pick up speed. There's really big buildings, so little tiny buildings over there, doesn't it? Reduce the engines a smidge more. We'll see if we'll take a closer look at these buildings. Hopefully thing won't fall apart. Just whilst we're trying to go a little bit lower. You see there, they're coming into view in the distance. That building is. Sort of colours are standing out different to the rest. Is that in the middle? Oh no, there's another like motorway, maybe it's that goes underneath here. Maybe that's a vent for it. Pull up, pull up. Oh, that looked close. Bet this is crazy to maintain all this greenery in the middle of the desert. I suppose no, it's right next to the river, I suppose. Yeah, a lot of money over there. Look at that, they're coming into view. A little bit more clearer. Once we get there, we'll get that plane overstressed warning. Because this is the view that they don't like you to see. Because when you think of the pyramids, you think, oh, out in the middle of nowhere. You don't realise they're 100 foot away from the city. Oh, what's that over there as well? Can you see? Just on the tip of the horizon, it might actually be coming through on the stream. We'll have a look. We'll examine these ones and then we'll see what that bit is there further south. Yeah, all the pictures you ever see are all facing like the direction we're going. You know, you sort of like think, oh, if you want to go and visit them, you have to take like a bus for like 3 hours in the desert or something to reach them. Getting closer. I wonder how far they've made like progress with that big, like massive museum. I've seen like the CG renderings of what it's supposed to be, but I've never actually been looked up to see whether or not it's actually been finished. Because that's right next to here. Knock the engines back a little bit so that we can get a bit low without it exploding. There we go, we're looking at the buildings. It's like looking out of your back window, isn't it? Right, let's bring down the menu. Press the pause button. Go to showcase camera. And adjust the speed. Here we go. Oh, please tell me that's not a mobile phone antenna. See, that's how they built it. They could levitate rocks over here. Secret solved. Mysteries have been unveiled. Don't they, this building here, doesn't this have like an ancient boat inside of it that they dug up? Yep, it's the worthless rocks. We need to sell them for more money to make more dinosaurs. Bus 3D. That looked like a face. A little zoom down to this one. Yeah, a grumpy face. Right, have a little scout down here now. These like practice pyramids before the big one. If you do, don't photograph it this way. Nope, nothing inside. Floating rocks. But there you go. That's the pyramids. I wonder what that is down there. I don't know if you can make it out. There's like 3 structures I can make out in the distance. So let's unpause that. Power. Let's go and investigate. I'll probably make it out clearly as we get a bit closer to it. We'll get over it, it'll be like a texture glitch. So also flying down here then, what's the egg count up to? How upset is Royalty are you gonna be? 45.5. I'm very upset. And I'm going to have to do another cuddle gravy stream, so we'll get you to spend some more. Now, there was another set of pyramids there. Kind of look. Oh, actually, no, it says on the description pyramid of Bob. I thought that was another one in the distance, but it's actually been a muck up my screen. We're going to take a couple of minutes together. Point of interest. But it says that, but how do you actually change between the points of interest? Because it only ever seems to like point at like one randomly. I use keyboard. You've got to keep combining keyboard, mouse, and controller. More dig sites memories underneath us. They're destroying a lot of the other dig sites though across the country, because they're grinding them up to use as construction material. Because I remember watching a program about it where there was a guy that he was in the middle of the dig sort of thing. They're doing the documentary, and then these crews just come in and just obliterated the site. They were taking it away to use as like rubble for making like bricks and stuff. It was we've nearly always got like the History Channel and stuff on here, because we're always watching things on there. And yeah, there's some of these sites, because apart from, well, you know, like the big famous pyramids that are like, you know, back there, the tip of the tail wing. There's all like smaller ones, and some of like the sites where, you know, they got some of the rocks from or the stone like carvings and what have you for some of the things. Lots of it is illegal, where these people are just smashing up the things to take, you know, to sell as building materials. But the Egyptian government doesn't care about enforcing it, unfortunately, to stop them. So that was the problem that the fellow was having during the documentary, where he was like trying to explain like what these, you know, what he believed that whatever the site contained at whatever stage. Red Pyramid. Oh, wrong button. There we go. It's a documentary I watched a couple of years ago, where they were like talking about one of the theories of how they built the pyramids, which I thought was really good. The way that they showed methods of floating the rocks, and it makes sense. I mean, at the site that we were at before, there's like all these little channels, and you get like all the, like, you know, the sort of historians that aren't willing to accept anything different, I suppose. They're sort of saying that oh no, it's like a ceremonial walkway, but it's not. It's a canal. It's a canal for ferrying the rocks. You know, the big slabs that they brought up the river anyway. There's a thing as well. There's a really, really bad quality video. I'll see if I can find it, because it's in my favourites on YouTube. A bloke who single-handedly discovered a way of how to move the massive rocks where you could do it by yourself. He was sort of like showing like how they could then use that, how they would have used that method to build Stonehenge. Because he was able to move these massive rocks on his own. That's another thing that they discovered years ago. I say years ago, like within the last 10 years. There was like pictures, you know, like the drawings is like in the various pyramids and temples and what have you. And they thought it was like some sort of like ceremonial blessing that the pictures were describing, but it was actually construction instructions. Because they were thought that it was like some sort of like special like ceremony of like putting these things in front of the rocks, or rather the slabs that they were moving, or the massive bricks. What it actually was is they're sprinkling water in front of it, so that it allows the huge slabs to be dragged more efficiently. It was actually a how-to. there's the red pyramid. Whichever one this is here, I can't get the name of the... Ah, there it is. Red pyramid. Where's the Valley of the Kings in relation to all this? Looks a bit wonky, to be fair, from up here. I'll see if I can find that documentary as well. The one where they were showing the construction methods and how they were using those channels as canals to float the blocks up, and then basic physics, basically, to raise the blocks up the side using like water channels to bring everything up to the you know, like whatever height they were like building at. Some other like interesting ones as well that are like some of the uses that it might have been for the pyramids because of those chambers they found in there. I'm trying to remember exactly what it was. It was something because the people that are buried in those, at least the big one, the main one that you'll look at, the chap who was buried in it was not. It was built long before his time. Because I'm sure that there's some of the in my head it was sort of like as if they were using it to you know, when you like you got a wire, say for example, and you want to coat it in gold to make it more conductive, and you know you have your anode and your cathode, the material in the water, and as you pass electricity through it, it then draws it up, and it sticks to it, whichever's the other side. Similar, I suppose, to when you paint a car, spray painting a car. But the sort of thing that they were describing in this documentary, that's all that stuck in my head was possibly a procedure for that. Maybe it's because of these other chambers that they found underneath. I can't remember all the details of that one. I've watched really hundreds of documentaries about Egypt and what have you. All these different theories and all these different ideas. They need to put them all together. See if you combine elements of each of them in memories, they'll get to the truth of what they're actually there for. Unless, of course, as I said, they are just landing platforms for global motherships when they come down. So where is the Stargate buried? Because the Stargate there must be somewhere around here where it was originally dug up. Some more power on. Let's see if this overstresses the engines. Try to turn around quickly. Nope. It didn't work. Exactly, that blimming, it's a celebratory sort of like sound that comes out. To let you know that, you've done such a good job, you're going to win cake. come quite a way down here, haven't we? Trying to find out what the different pyramids were. I was going to see tonight, I'll have to have a look at it properly at another time. It's just, well, let's go on the wrong screen. Let's see, click there, then click achievements. Click on there. I got one achievement by accident this afternoon. I adjusted the weather during flight. Use autopilot to travel 600 miles. We could do that as part of the giveaway stream. 50 hours of flight. Yeah, that'll accumulate over time. Taxi total distance of yeah, exactly, we'll get 100% by the end of the week, it'll be fine. We'll go to here. Landed every star airport shown on the map. That'll be time consuming. 500 flights and 500 hours are there. Complete any activity. I tried that, I haven't been able to get, like, do one of those properly. You fuel at any ground fueling station. I didn't even know there was fueling stations. Use smart cam. That's all we can possibly get. What's smart cam? Turn smart cam on. Well, this is going weird. Right, let's try and head back to where I'm going to turn smart cam off because it's trying to, like, let's head over. That's the red pyramid, isn't it, ahead of us there? Yeah. That'll just take us a minute to get there, I'm sure. We have to get, was that 500 yards, as said? As we get close, I'll reduce speed. I think that's the closest landmark. I tell you what, let's just reduce power now. So we'll angle ourselves down a bit. That'll actually give us the additional speed, rather than having to fight the acceleration trying to lift us up. That's why I'd love to figure out how to use the trim commands like on here. Can't figure out how to do them on this plane, even though there is like a display for it, because that would be much steadier flights. At least in this plane, anyway. I'm going to try and make us look more according to that one. As well, I click on it, then it will that. So I turn smart cam on now. Oh, it's going to make us look at that, isn't it? I wish I knew how this landmark thing worked. Come on, a little bit lower. Alright, right, it's now locked onto the red. Red pyramid. I don't think we're going to be successful yet. Oh, we got it. Turn that camera off. There we go, we got another achievement. Right, let's turn the engine back on. Bring up the Xbox console again. So we got that one there. Manually start the Airbus without assistance. We'll need to change planes for that. Request landing clearance from the tower. I don't know how to do any of the tower stuff. Just see where the plane's gone for a second there. Use smart cam to view animals, but we need to find where the animals are for that. Request each type prefied ground service. Probably gate, no. I think you need a big plane for that. Create a flight plan on live traffic. Then fly the route without assistance, so that's easily done. Complete a non-stop flight of at least 300 miles from taking up to landing without exploding. Land at heavy wind speeds, land on grass without using any assistance. We're in the desert as well, aren't we? Switch off the engine, just land on the runway. I should have done that before. I knocked off all the engines before, didn't I? Complete a weekly activity, I don't know what that is. Know what that is. Oh, next to Microsoft HQ, right, that's why that's there. High wind speed. I take it this uphill climb, that'll be that one that we tried to do in that challenge when we last streamed this. Use smart cam 25 times. Complete the landing challenges. 50 hours in rainy weather. Uh, 50 hours a night. Wow, these are extreme, like, aren't they? 50 hours and 50 hours for every different, like, weather condition. Complete weekly challenge, complete events. Smart cam 100 times. Land successfully 500. 300 miles of every aircraft. 1,000 hours of flight time. It's doable. Especially now it's a lot more optimised as well. Because this is running a hell of a lot more smoother than what it was when we last played this. And I think we'll call it there for today though. Unless there's anywhere offhand that you can, like any other spot that you want to have a little look at. We'll see who's online to see who can go and harass for a few minutes. Assuming it works. I'll get like some error messages or anything like that like yesterday. I click on it, it just doesn't do anything. An early night. Right, let's see if you can get any bonus eggs then to really upset royalty. Nope. There's nobody we know on online. Where have you go? Channel. No, that's not wrong place. Yeah, everyone's offline. I don't think it's worth trying to dig somebody out, because last time I tried doing that, it was just an absolute catastrophe, because I tried like 3 channels and none of them would let us in. So for tonight, we have to do without the bonus eggs. Yeah, slightly happier. So tomorrow though, at least we are back with a new game, because we are playing Simon the Sorcerer 2. Because I've told you before, like Simon Sorcerer is 1 and 2, my favourite point-and-click adventures. And they're a good laugh as well. Full of plenty cheek, shall we say. Which is the right buttons here? I've got the right ones, yep. So, thanks for watching everybody, and I'll see you all next time. Thank you for joining me today. If you are enjoying our journey and would like to see more, then please rate, comment, favourite and subscribe in whichever manner your chosen platform allows. If you are joining us on Twitch, Mixer or YouTube, where we have loads more for you to watch, from our live streams to all our episodes across our various series. You can also drop by and say hi over on Discord, where we chat about everything from Minecraft to books and movies to tabletop games. But most importantly, thank you very much for watching and have a lovely day.